238 per team member, but it'll be less than that. So I'm not really exactly sure at this point in time. Close.
All right, so we'll all be up drinking on Halloween night waiting for these numbers to come in.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so hit it, ladies.
Okay, so we kind of went over a lot of different things, and first of all, I want to thank you all for joining the training. Obviously, it shows that you do want to better your business and work with Posh and, you know, get up there. So where basically when you've probably been talking to a consultant before you decided to join, and they kind of, you know, give you some information as far as what to expect when you join and everything. But when you finally make that step and you join, more than likely your sponsor is going to be in contact with you, and kind of give you the little pointers along the way. But some, you know, they get busy and they're not always available all the time. So we're just going to go over what all is available to you, what you could be doing and everything. So once you join and you receive that welcome email from Posh, this is going to tell you basically everything that you need to do to kind of get started. I know, again, like I said, when someone joins under me, I make sure the first thing that they do is make sure they're able to log on to all the websites that you're going to be needing to get on, like your virtual office, the Posh portal, and the Posh box. Those are going to be your main three that you'll need to get on. So you want to make sure that your usernames and your passwords are allowing you, because if it doesn't, then you do need to contact home office for that. So basically you get that email and you think, well, there's not much for me to do until my starter kit gets here, which normally you get it within 3 business days. There's a lot that you can do in those 3 days waiting for your starter kit. A big one that I think everyone should do is make a list of like 75 to 100 friends and family that you're going to introduce Posh to. This will kind of get your base for your customers. That way, you know, when you set up a launch party is going to be another one. You're going to want to plan that. And so you can get the people from that list and send them invites. Social media is a big thing, obviously, with Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. So you want to introduce your new adventure. Let people know that, you know, this is what I'm going to be doing, and kind of give them a little idea of what Posh is. I have seen lately a lot of people posting and asking about the comparison between a Facebook group and a Facebook page. I did put, I think I loaded it into the files on the EP team page, as far as what I've seen difference between a Facebook and a Facebook page and a group. So it's going to be preference, and you can get into the EP files and look at that, and it'll tell you, you know, give you an idea of how to set that up. You can be getting familiar with your virtual office, the Posh box, and the Posh portal. And we also have what's called a Dropbox, which you need to get an invite from your sponsor to be able to get that information. And there's tons and tons of information. And Erica, if you want to kind of touch base on that, because I don't use it that much.
Did you unmute me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm unmuted. The Dropbox is fantastic because it has pretty much everything that you could think of you might need at your fingertips. And I would highly recommend getting in there and looking around. It has a lot of information in there, graphics and information on different things like booking parties and events, Facebook parties, things about recruiting, and different things you can use on social media. All the fonts are in there. So if you're going to be, you know, making anything on your own, for example, maybe business cards or whatever, these different, you know, if you need any of the fonts that are specific to Posh, they're on there. trying to think what else. You know, games for parties, hostess graphics, logos. What I use the most are the product pictures. I do Facebook parties or any online event on Facebook. I'm constantly posting different pictures of the products to educate and inform people, like what are the different products that we have and what are they used for. Because I tend to think that a lot of people, when they get on the website for the first time, they haven't been introduced to Posh yet, it could be overwhelming. Not really sure what they're looking for or, you know, what might interest them. So I think it's really important for you as a consultant to introduce those products to them. So that's a really good way to do that. They're all available to you on there, and you can be posting that and informing your customers. What else is on there? Sticker templates, team incentives. It's really beneficial to just get on the box and just kind of take a look around, and that's pretty much how I introduced myself to it, and then I just found myself using it over and over again, and I think a lot of people on our team use it. So that's good.
Yep, that's good. And you can also start your Posh Academy. That is a big one. I actually, when I joined, Posh Academy wasn't here yet. So I do know that from day one, if you watch the videos and you do that training, it's going to be really helpful for you. Because not only that, if you complete them by your certain dates, your certain prop dates, you get freebies. I mean, like you can't like lose on the situation if you do your Posh Academy. I'm not too familiar with the Posh Academy as far as how it's like, you know, I know they do it from like day 1 to day 30. And it is set up to help you get familiar with, you know, placing orders and, you know, basically all of that information when you first become a consultant. I don't know if you have any more detailed information, Erica, because I did it.
Am I muted? Did I mute myself?
Yeah, you're good.
Can you hear me? I printed this out, and you probably cannot see it. So see that little chart right there? It's on something I honestly cannot remember where I got it from, okay? I think this is really important, and it's probably backwards, isn't it?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. This is where you want to, like, this is on the props, okay? And this is where you're going to want to track what your days are. And I think that's really important because it gives you a clue into what day, what your drop dead date is to meet your different props. So your enrollment date, what day is your 30-day date, what day is your 60-day, what day is your 90-day. So once you see those dates, you're going to be able to set your goals on where you want to be. And the nice thing about props is if you don't make, like, they're cumulative for one, and if you don't make your 60-day, for example, it's okay. You can still keep working towards your 90-day and still attain the 90-day props and the incentives that go along with that. What else did I want to say about that? And I don't know if you were going to talk about this, Kelly, but the 15-day boost also, and I don't know where people are on the call, like where they've been at, but you know, there's the 30, 60, 90-day props and then the 15-day boost. So if you get your 200 PV by your 15th day, you know, you hold your launch party, which is why they encourage you to do your launch party when you first start. It's so easy to sell $200. I mean, you'll find that. I mean, of course, everybody's going to have different struggles, but I found it really easy to sell $200. You get a really nice bag. So who doesn't like a nice bag, right? So they have your 15-day props, I'm sorry, your 15-day boost, your 30, 60, and 90-day props on your academy. And the other nice thing about the academy is you can do it at your own pace. So you don't have to, you could literally sit there and do all of them at once. I wouldn't recommend that because you're probably not going to absorb the information. But you can do a couple videos a night or whenever you have the time, as long as you get your videos watched and do the little quiz afterwards by the prop date. You can do them on your own time. So that's what's nice about that.
And you talking about the Posh Prop, that's another thing that you can do while you're waiting for your starter kit is obviously set your goals. And you're going to want to set them according to your 15, 30, 60, and 90-day props. And that way you you work towards those goals and you meet those props, and then you get those extra goodies for getting them. Obviously, most of the time when you do sign up, you've already been invited to the EP team page, which where all of us should be on there. And everyone's so helpful. And, you know, if you can't get in touch with your sponsor, which I always tell my girls, like, you want to get in touch with your sponsor first. If you can't get a hold of her, that's what the team page is for. Like, I mean, they're there to help you. Everyone's very, like, if you post a question, someone, even if it's in the middle of the night, we have night owls. So, I mean, there's someone usually on to answer your question. Let me see what else. And for those that are on the call that, you know, may have started a while and you missed your props and you kind of, you know, got in a funk and you want to restart, it's never too late to restart. Basically what we just went over with setting goals and, you know, making that list, set up a relaunch for yourself or an open house, and you can get started again. Just because life gets in the way doesn't mean that you have to give up, because I am one to talk about having to step back a few times over the last, I guess 2 years. You know, life happens, and Posh knows that life happens. I feel that that's why we don't have such a high quota. You can take a couple months off and you're still okay. You can come right back. And this is where I tear up, because if it wasn't for Angela, I probably wouldn't be here. Because I wanted to give up a couple times. Because I get discouraged. I'm one that gets discouraged easily. And you see other consultants that, you know, they sign up and the first day they sell 1,000 in product, and you're thinking, okay, what did I do wrong? Everybody's different. Everybody goes at their own pace, and you can't compare yourself to other consultants, because, I mean, she could be from a family that has like 50 kids. You don't know. So they get, you know, it just, everybody, you set your goals and you go. And, like I said, I just, you know, don't give up, reach out. There's lots of us consultants that are very encouraging. We're here, we're your team. So, you know, we're here to help you, and you have questions or anything, I mean, just reach out to somebody. It does, you know, it doesn't have to be your sponsor. If you're not comfortable with your sponsor, reach out to other consultants on the team page. Let's see. What else was I going to go over? Now I lost my train of thought. Like I said, you know, I started out slow, and I will be honest, I didn't meet my props. I was usually a week or two behind. So that obviously did kind of discourage me, but I moved from Missouri with five girls on my team. Most weren't really active. And I moved here in February, and we're here in October, and we're getting ready to sign team number 22. So you know, you just, a little bit of work goes a long way. Don't give up, and keep pushing. I don't know, is there anything else you want to talk about, Erica? Other than the fact that that's a lot of information to take in, but.
Yeah, one thing I did want to say, and I told Kelly this before we got on the call, and I don't know who came up with the phrase, if I'm stealing it or whatever, but get Posh on the people.
Yes.
Like, I love that, and I think it's so true, because you know, a lot of people, you know, you can give them a catalog, you can show them the website, and they're going to look at it, and they're just going to move on with the rest of their life. But when you give them samples, when you give them, you know, the Big Fat Yummy hand cream and let them try it, when they can see it, smell it, and try it, and then they can connect that with what they're seeing in the catalog and what they're seeing on the website, that's when you start to get people hooked, and they can see the quality, they can actually try the product. So I can't stress that enough. And of course, you have to wait to get your kit to do that, but as soon as you get your kit, I would encourage you to start getting Posh on the people. You know, put the healer in your purse, put a Big Fat Yummy hand cream in there, and take it with you wherever you go. So many people have not been exposed yet to Posh, so that's kind of your job to expose them to it, because really, I have not met one person yet that hasn't been impressed by at least one of the products that they've tried. And that's how you make repeat customers, getting them to try the things and taking them home and sampling them. So samples are a big thing. I don't know if you're going to talk about samples at all, Kelly, or anything like that, but
I mean, other than making them and, you know, getting them out there, everyone that has come on board with me, they know, like, I'm a big stressor on you get out of it what you put into it. So if you're making samples and you're caution everybody when you're out and about, your work will come back at you. I mean, it takes a while, especially when you're starting in a new area where Posh has never been heard of. And I've done that twice now. I started it in Missouri and I moved here in February, and I started it here again in central Pennsylvania from scratch again. And I personally have been having fun with it, because when you hand somebody a sample or you pull out that hand cream, they're like, oh, you know, what's this? It's fresh, it's new. People are after that. They're you know, they want to know what Posh is. So like Erica said, it's our job to get that on them so they can try it for themselves. And, you know, obviously you're going to gain customers from that. But other than that, I think, unless you feel, Angela, we didn't touch on something that should be really, really important. I think we kind of went over a big portion of it.
There was the 15-day, so that you guys know, your 15 days is, you count that very first day that you sign that contract and count 15 days. The day that you sign that contract is day one. To find your 30, 60, 90 dates, all you have to do is log into the virtual office, click on the dashboard, and you'll see that. Schedule that party. Some wording that you can use when you're trying to book those parties, your first couple of parties, is to make that list of 50 people and call every one of them, and say, hey, I started this new business. I would love for you to come and try it. Would you host a party for me, or would you host a spa night for me? It's real simple, and I'll give you free product when you have a qualifying party. You don't even have to say that. Just say, you'll get free product, and I've got a few dates available. Would a weekend or a weekday work better for you? And if they're adamantly saying, no, I don't want to do a party for you, then ask them to come to your party. So you definitely want to have that party booked, your launch party, in your home, and you are the host within 10 days of signing. That way you can get that 200 in. If they, like I said, if they said no, that they didn't want to book theirs, you invite them to yours. There was something else I was just thinking of. And if you love Posh so much that you want to keep inventory, or you want $200 worth of Posh in your bathroom, go ahead and buy it. Nobody's going to stop you from buying it. I don't push anybody to buy inventory. I don't think you need it when you first get started, and you will build your inventory from the buy 5 get 1 free. Also, do not ever place an order without reaching out to your sponsor first, because they know how to do the buy 5 get 1 free and get the most for your money. If you are not accessing your virtual office in your parties, and you're not placing those orders in the buy 5 get 1 free high to low, you're losing money. You're losing a ton of money. Posh has it set up so that we can maximize the percentage that we earn. When somebody asks you how much we earn, never say we earn 20%, because you don't. You earn up to 60% on most orders. I say we earn between 20 to 60%. Most of my orders average out to be about 60, 55%. And the reason for that is because the buy 5 get 1 free, all the host rewards that you can claim, Posh doesn't set any limits on what we can do. And right now with the Posh boom, I hope you guys are accessing that and getting the most bang for your buck. You don't have to be a math wizard to figure it out. There are Excel order form sheets in our Dropbox to place those orders. So if you have If you have an order that's going to be placed, double check with your upline. If you can't get with her, check with your next upline. So those are the things that I wanted to touch on. And I know Kelly's got some more goodies for you.
So for taking the time for your business and joining us and, bearing with us because we're not professionals here. I know this was a lot of information and we're on the team page, myself, Erica, Angela. I mean, we're all there. There's other consultants again, any questions, whatever. But I feel that you took the time to join us here for a reason. So I'm going to challenge you all. And it's very doable. So don't get discouraged yet. I want to challenge you all to make pink in 30 days. Take all this information that we gave you, all the pointers, the ideas, and you can definitely do it and achieve it. And like I said, a little bit of work goes a long way. If you all do that, what I want you to do is once you reach pink in the next 30 days, which I guess what would be technically around the end of November, I want you to shout it out on the team page. And I also want you, which Angela's a big one on this, to write it down on a piece of paper that you will be pink by the end of November. It's kind of a visual goal, and it does help. I won't lie, because a couple times I was just like, whatever. But when you see that every day, it shows you what you're working for and why you're doing the work that you're doing to get you to pink. So if you're willing to take the challenge, like I said, reach out to your sponsors, your fellow consultants, and let's see if we can't get you all to pink and get you that 5% raise. And if you can do it by the end of November, there's going to be a gift involved. So, like I said, just make sure you shout it out on the team page, because we want to know that you did the work the last 30 days and made it to pink. So does anybody have any questions? I guess we can go ahead and open it up to that, because we're probably getting close on time, I'm thinking. Maybe. Well, I guess we still have like 10 minutes, but.
Okay, everybody's unmuted, and the date on that would be the 25th of November.
Okay. Any questions?
And no question is dumb.
No, it's not. I ask them all the time.
Is anybody right now struggling to get parties or book parties or get sales?
Me right now.
What have you done so far to get some parties?
Well, I just got my kid a couple of days, and my sister-in-law's in Texas, so we just haven't connected really well. I mean, I've got things I can do, but it's a matter of getting a hold of everybody. I mean, my plans are going to go through the church I'm with, because I think there's a lot of potential right there. But I've gotten two of my daughters interested, but I don't really have a launch party set.
Okay, so your goal, your challenge before your peak challenge. Erica, I'm muting you again. Love you, honey. Your challenge is to book that launch party. Pick it what day works for you. Don't worry about anybody else. Pick a launch party date and personally invite everybody to that personally. I know Facebook is like a crutch for us, and we reach out on Facebook and we're like, hey, come to my launch party. But it's not as great of an, it's not going to get the people there. If you reach out to them personally and say, oh my gosh, I started this amazing company and these products are awesome, and come to this party and we're going to do facials and it's going to be just like a girl's slumber party. And word it like that, do your launch, and just play in the products. You don't need no formal script on it. Open up your, set your stuff out on your table and do, okay, say we're going to do, I think you got your pamperology, so you can have like honey and pumpkin, and let them mix like one of the little scoops in with like a quarter cup of either the honey or the pumpkin, and you guys can make your own.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else is coming in the kit now, but you can maybe cut up half of the chunk bar and give them all samples of it. But
Yeah, I've learned to use a cleaver from my knife set, and it doesn't crumble as much, because I noticed on the EP page they were going, oh, it crumbles and stuff. So I've cut some of those for my daughters so they can do it, and one of them's got a husband, so
nice.
he likes the gender bender.
Everybody loves the gender bender.
Yeah.
Except for me.
I like the other.
So yeah, so I would definitely say, what Angela said, set those goals, and you don't have to wait for that starter kit to start introducing it to people.
Okay.
You think you can handle that?
I think so. I'll work on it.
All right.
I don't have much time left. November 2nd.
Well, like I said, if you need to order 200 in product, order your favorite.
A prop, but
and you can start a Facebook party right now. I mean, there's nothing wrong with just starting a Facebook party and posting pictures, and then you don't even have to come up with the descriptions. All the descriptions are on the page.
right.
And
just put my website attachment on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Create the party, create the link for the party. You'll find the link for the party up in your address browser.
Right.
Copy that link, and that's your party link, and put that on your event.
Okay. Sounds great.
I mean, there's been several consultants that actually did very, very well with doing a Facebook party. I think, Erica, you did really well with yours, just doing and not actually having a home party. But majority of the time, doing an open house or a home party, you do see, because you're getting that product on them. So it's a little bit easier to me to have the home party compared to the Facebook party, because you can describe, you can tell, you can show pictures, but in all honesty, it's getting that product on those people for them to understand what the big fuss about is.
Yeah, I've seen that already with my daughters and my granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
If she could sell Posh, she would. My 13-year-old granddaughter. So
3 more years, she can.
That's right.
There's no reason why she can't be a helper and bring samples to school for you.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughter's 6 years old and she does that. And so, I mean, she loves to help with Posh and hand out samples. So
Well, she's a typical 16 or 13-year-old, so she likes all the smells. She wrote down what she wanted, and it added up to $428.
Nice. That's a good party.
If she could only buy it, and only would let her.
So I'm pretty excited to see, like I said, shout it out. Let us know if you have any questions, any, needing ideas or whatever. We're here. We're, like I said, it's called a team for a reason. So
Okay. Well, the Facebook thing might work. I mean, I have over 1,000 friends
oh yeah.
here, and some are overseas, but I saw also on the EP team page that I could buy it and then send it myself to them. And so,
Yep. Absolutely.
okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
You have a definite advantage to some people. With 1,000 people on Facebook, girl, you should be posting. I have samples. We only have 5 minutes left. But in the Dropbox is also a monthly planner. And
right.
Every month, my goal was to send out 10 sample packs when I got started, just to get that going. But I always followed up, and that was the key, was that follow-up. So
right.
Print out that monthly goal sheet and write down who you're sending them to. But you can also, and I can do a little recorded screen thing on this. You can go into Google Docs, create a form, And then all of your sample people will fill out that form, and you'll have that document of everybody that you've contacted or everybody who wants samples. So that's, I guess what I need to do is make a list for you, paper, and how to do the Google Doc and mailing.
Okay.
So I promise I will do that tomorrow, and I will get that up on our page.
Okay. Do you have a, and I haven't gone through everything thoroughly yet, you have sample
Containers,
to buy?
Laycon. I do. Get up with me afterwards. I don't have a ton. And I also have the sample spoons that I need to probably sell too, because I've got 3,000 of them.
Oh, wow.
So they're cheap. They're like a penny a piece.
Okay.
So, but you can get the Laycons from the poshportal.com too,
Okay.
if they're in stock.
Okay. I'll look.
Oh, Kelly, you had it, right? You invited me to that Laycon family. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead, tell her what the site is.
What is it called? Like family containers, something containers. Hang on, I'm looking. I'm trying to hurry up.
We only got a few minutes.
I know.
Containers
Container
family.
family Lycons.
Say that again.
If you want, because he sells them for the same price, they're $13 for 100. But we just did a team order, and we ordered 1,600 of them, and it was $5 shipping. So instead of you buying 100 at a time and paying $5 for each shipping, you could do a little bit of a bigger bulk order and still only pay $5 instead. So that's something that if anybody's interested in, you know, just comment or something under our thing, and we can get you like invited to, because it's a group. So if you want to be added to that group, let me know, or you can go there, the Container Family Lycons, and ask to join, so that way you can get in there too. So
Yeah, if you could just put it on the EP. Whoops, sorry about that.
I've got it. I'm putting it on there right now.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right, I think that's it. And this is recorded, and we'll put it up in the files, in our training files.
alrighty.
All right.
Hopefully we helped y'all, and like I said, just reach out. That you know, if you have any questions, we're here. So
Okay, thank you.
Thank you guys for getting on. Thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Erica, for doing the training. Good night.
bye.